Welcome to Fear-Free Friday with a quote from the amazing Babe Ruth, who said, "Don't let fear of striking out hold you back." So true. The interesting thing about baseball stats is that Babe Ruth is one of the home run kings of the entire baseball world, yet he's also the guy who struck out most. You don't have the failure without this amazing success. You have to keep trying. It's a great lesson. Hi there, great lesson in perseverance. Hi there, my name is Christopher Diarmani. It is my pleasure, it is my passion to be here today, helping you to figure out how to get from where you want to go, from where you are, to where you want to go. And the roadway I will suggest is one that begins and ends with courage. That's it. And that's the fun we're going to talk about today in the context of, baseball. Why not? If you let it, your fear will stop you from ever writing a word. If you let it. Keywords. Fear will capitalize on your weakness, on your cowardice, on your "I don't want to," and turn every single thought you have of writing into a waking nightmare worthy of, your worst, zombie apocalypse. Yet no matter what, that fear is a lie. That fear is a lie. I don't care what it is that you're telling yourself that you're afraid of. It's a lie. It's not true. It's just a stack of lies dumped on you by that infernal editor, that terrible little troll that lives up here and never has a kind word to say about anything, especially when we're writing a first draft. So to escape from his evil clutches, simply light him on fire and carry on. Metaphorically speaking, please. Set his lies on fire and then just get back to work. Yes, it really can be that simple, truly. And if you're not convinced this will work for you, then I want to ask you a simple question. What is it that you're afraid of? Are you afraid nobody will read your book? It's realistic, it's valid. Maybe you're not confident that you're going to write a great book. But let me refocus you on from a different angle. If you're terrified to even write the book, guess what? You're living your worst fear right this moment. Nobody will ever read your book. But that's because you refuse to write it. Understand that. Your fear is a boogeyman. Doesn't exist. Whatever this fear of somebody will never read my book, well, you have to give them the opportunity to say no first, right? You're not even doing that. You're refusing to lift a finger to write your book, and then you're still claiming that's because you're afraid no one will read it. You're not going to write crap. Accept that. You will never write crap. And then start. Simply start. Are you afraid someone will judge you harshly? Well, newsflash. There's always some jerk out there who's going to judge you harshly. Doesn't matter whether you do something or don't do something. There's always some jerk out there who's willing to lambaste you on social media or to your face in some occasions and tell you exactly what's wrong with you. Nothing's wrong with you. They're just assholes. Excuse my language. They're just jerks and they need to go away. Someone will always judge you harshly, so accept that that's just a fact of the human condition, that some people have nothing better with their life to do than try and tear someone else down because they're not doing what they know they need to do in their life. So if someone like that is in your world, just ignore them. Treat them the same way you would as that infernal editor. Ignore them. Light their nonsense on fire. But just know this as well. There are some really great and amazing people out there in the world who are waiting for your book. And when you finally write and publish it, they will be thrilled to support you. They will say awesome things about you like, "Oh my goodness, you are so awesome. Thank you for this book. I've been waiting for this book my whole bloody life. I've struggled with this problem forever, and you finally gave me the solution I've been looking for." There's all kinds of people like that. Listen to them. Those are the voices you want to ingrain in here. Those are the voices that are going to help you get across those days where writing for a variety of reasons may be a little bit challenging. But to stick with the Babe Ruth sports analogy, I do love that. The very best defense is always a great offense, right? So what do you need to do? You need to grab onto your courage. You need to pick up that bat. You need to step up to the plate and swing, and keep swinging no matter how many times you strike out. It doesn't matter. Babe Ruth struck out more times, I think, than anyone else in history, and yet we all know his name, not for his failures, but for his amazing successes. That he could almost at will just point into the stands and then put the home run there. Oh my goodness. That's some great big piles of courage, right? Because he doesn't know what's going to happen. He can't will the ball to go where he wants, but he can do everything within his power to make sure that he has the very best opportunity to make sure that ball goes exactly where he wants. The same is true for you and us, and you and me in our writing. Sit down and write. I don't care if you're scared. It's better if you're scared because you're going to work harder at it, because you've got something chasing you. That's a good thing. But sit down and write as if you are already a world-class, world-famous, best-selling author. Write from that perspective. Because guess what? When you write from that mindset, on a Fear-Free Friday, guess what's going to come out? Some of the most amazing things you've ever written. Most amazing things you've ever written. Your book can't help but be amazing when you do it that way. Can't help but be amazing. You can't fail, that's for darn sure. Because you're stepping up to that plate every single day with your courage, with your tenacity, with your utter refusal to allow any nonsense in here or out there to stop you. And that's beautiful, and that's to be applauded every single day. You know, your Infernal Editor, once you're done your first draft and you're done your polished draft and it's out into the world, your Infernal Editor is going to be like, how did he get away? How did she get out from under my clutches? I thought I had her nailed. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. He never did. All you had to do is, in the example of this awesome graphic, step out onto that high wire and just keep going, knowing that you can't fail. Just focus on that for a second. Imagine what if you couldn't fail, what would you do right now? Would you sit down and write the next chapter of your book? Of course you would. Of course you would, because you can't fail. And that's also the reality. You can't fail. As long as you keep putting one foot in front of the other, as long as you keep saying yes and taking that next step, as long as you keep stepping up to that plate, swinging that bat, guess what? You're going to succeed. It's inevitable. Absolutely inevitable. And that's what I love about Fear-Free Fridays, is I get to talk about the thing I love most, making success inevitable. It's really simple. Success is truly the best revenge, right? Truly. Hopefully that's been uplifting for you today. And if it is, I would love for you to like and share it with your family and your friends, and share in the comments your favorite sports analogy. I would love to know what that is, because there's a million of them out there. I mean, I could go on for weeks probably talking about the amazing things that some of the most amazing athletes in history have ever done. But that's it for today. I would love to connect with you on social media as well. Connect with me on LinkedIn, Facebook, all the rest of it. You can find links to all of that and a couple of really interesting things that I think will help you on your author journey at authorcoach.click/Christopher. So with that, have a fantastic rest of your Fear-Free Friday, and I'll talk to you again tomorrow at 3 o'clock. Bye for now.